Welcome to Money Making Sense, the show that talks about all things money. We are doing our tax tip series. This is tax tip number 2. We're going to talk all about identity theft, which is a big one this year. So joining me is Robert Cole. You are a managing director at CBIZ. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I just say like CBIZ, do biz? Is that?
CBIZ is just stands for Century Business Services. We shortened it to CBIZ.
Okay, CBIZ.
That's right.
All right. Well, I like doing biz, so
Yeah,
especially if money's
Perfect.
involved. All right. So you are going to help us with identity theft. I'm guessing there's probably a lot more people this year who are having to file taxes that may have had their identity stolen or perhaps hacked into a little bit because we had the big hack last year.
Right.
So what have you heard? What have you been dealing with clients with this possible ID theft?
Well, surprisingly, tax-related identity theft hasn't increased near as much as general identity theft.
Oh.
The IRS has done a pretty good job at trying to combat the identity theft with putting numerous functions into place or numerous activities into place to try to combat that. So although in general identity theft is up, tax-related identity theft is steady and slightly declining now.
Okay, but if someone has stolen my identity, let's say they got a credit card from me or they, got money out of my bank somehow, what do I have to be worried about when it comes to filing my taxes?
Right. The thing that happens with tax-related identity theft is the stealing of Social Security numbers. So someone has filed a fraudulent return using your Social Security number and claims a refund, and then you go to file your return and it's already been filed under that Social Security number. So then your return is rejected.
Oh, is that one reason why the IRS, because I think this year they said we could start filing January 30th. We could start actually sending in our returns. That's earlier than most other years in the past.
Well, they open the e-file system as early as they can, and it was a little bit earlier. The theory behind it is basically give the opportunity for people to know about it when it opens, and so as soon as they have their information ready and they can file the return and hopefully get ahead of some other thief who was trying to file using their Social Security number.
Okay. But the thief also has access early on. So how long would it take a thief what do they need aside from your Social Security number? What does a thief need to just file something and try to get money back?
Yeah, not much else. The name and Social Security number is primarily about all they need. And then they would make up the numbers that go on the return that produce a refund. So unfortunately, there's not a lot that a thief needs to put together because IRS likes to process refunds as quickly as possible, and they don't verify all the information up front if there's no flag or anything on it. And so that's where the problem starts.
Okay. So let's say somebody they got my name, they got my Social Security number, they got a return, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, I finally get around to doing it myself, or I go to a certified public accountant, and you send in the return. And it goes, oh, sorry, you've already filed. So what happens then?
Right. So what happens is you get a rejection notice on the e-file, and as soon as you get that and you know that the Social Security number's already been used, then you are going to have to file a Form 14039, which is a identity theft affidavit with the IRS. You also will have to likely paper file your return and attach that form with it in order to identify you as being the actual person who has that Social Security number. IRS will ask you for multiple forms of identification to accompany that affidavit so that they can verify that you're the rightful filer, and then they can give you the refund that you deserve and maybe go after the criminal if they can.
And that sounds, I don't know that's necessarily complicated. You said there's a special form that you have to fill out, but it's a lot more time consuming. I'm guessing a lot of millennials have no clue what a paper form even looks like. So this is one really big reason why we'd want to go to a certified public accountant, because if we run into any type of problems like that, you can help walk us through it or take care of those steps for us so that we aren't, first of all, we're stressed out. Oh my God, somebody took my ID. And then we're not exactly sure how to file and everything that we need. You're there to hold our hand and walk us through it all.
Right. Fortunately, we've been doing this for a number of years because it's been happening. And that's the unfortunate part. This has been happening, but we have the experience. So we've been through it. I've been through it on a number of my own clients and know the procedures to go through, the forms to file, and the quickest way to get the issue resolved. So that's why it's important to come to somebody who has that experience.
Okay, so what are the things that we need to do to help prevent somebody from stealing our Social Security numbers and filing before we do?
Right. I mean, some of the main things are, of course, being secure with your electronic devices, making sure you have strong passwords, have firewall, antivirus, anti-spyware type security software. Make sure that you don't give personal information over unsecure email or on the phone, especially if you don't know or didn't initiate the contact with that person. And then after you've gone through those steps, also check your credit report annually, check your Social Security statement to see if anything like that has happened.
My coworker just had their PayPal account hacked. So somebody got into his PayPal, changed the password, and they even changed those questions like, oh, if you forgot your password, here are the hints, and they changed all of that. So he couldn't get in to his PayPal account. So he was fortunate they hadn't taken any money out of the bank account because I think his credit card that was attached to it had expired.
Okay.
And he hadn't changed it. But is that a way that if people get into their PayPal, is that another way? Is that considered identity theft?
Well, it certainly is identity theft. There's a general concept of identity theft which includes not just tax related, but credit cards, bank accounts, other kinds of financial accounts. And in those situations, you want to file a claim with the Federal Trade Commission. You can go to identitytheft.gov and file a complaint. You could also file one with your local police. Those are specifically general for identity theft. And then the tax-related identity theft is specifically deals with Social Security numbers and when they're stolen. If they don't have the Social Security number, they're not likely to be able to file a tax return.
Okay. Anything else we need to know about before we file our taxes and help keep our IDs safe and our Social Security numbers safe?
Well, just be aware that it happens. Be aware that CPAs are under strict guidelines to safeguard secure client information. We have a lot of policies and procedures that we follow to make sure that the information is not stolen or not compromised.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Robert Cole. Again, you are Managing Director of Tax at CBIZ, CBIZ. And we're going to head to you even if we don't have any problems, we can come to you, but you will, if our ID has been stolen, you'd be a really good person to head up. All right. So please get the most out of your income tax preparation. Hire a CPA. Go to uacpa.org. Find a CPA that's right for you, and that is uacpa.org. Thank you for listening to Money Making Sense.
Thanks for being a Money Making Sense listener. Follow your common sense on the social media. Money Making Sense on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.